Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. It's a chilly one this morning. Coldest morning we've had in probably a couple weeks. 28 degrees right now. And like I mentioned in the last video, we're running short on pasture this year, mostly because of the drought. And so I'm on my way this morning to feed one of the groups of heifers. They still have one field that they can graze in before we have to start feeding hay full time, but it's actually about to be deer season, and I'd rather keep them out of that field because that's where I hunt. And so I am now feeding them hay for the next couple days until hunting season is done with, and then I'll move them in and they'll have another 2 weeks of grazing. And I've already got the wrap off this bale because I fed them a tiny bit yesterday, but just got some mineral for them as well, and then feeding hay. And I'll be honest with you guys, not much has been going on here around the farm. No big major events. That's one reason why there hasn't been as many videos. Just not much has changed in the last couple weeks. The only thing that really changed, I know I had mentioned a couple times in a few different videos that I was supposed to get a new bull for these heifers. And the first bull I picked out, I was really happy with him. I had been looking for months, while I'm unrolling this bale here. I'd been looking for months for a bull that I wanted and that matched what I was wanting. Finally found one. It was in Arkansas, and he looked really good. His numbers looked good. And then after I decided to buy him, which this is a lesson for anyone buying bulls, make sure the person that is selling them will get them semen and trick tested before you buy them. So luckily I had suggested they do that before they sell them, just because I didn't want a bad bull. And went to the vet, and he failed his semen test, so he was not fertile, which was also bad news for them because now they got to steer him. But I could have easily learned that the hard way. He looked so good, I was about to just pick him up and take him home. But yeah, just make sure if you're buying bulls, especially for the first time, make sure they get tested before you buy them. I think that's enough hay for them for the day. Just driving by and checking the heifers. They all look pretty good. They're all here. No one's sick. Obviously got a few steers in here as well, but for the most part these are replacement heifers, and they've all got their winter coats on, so they're getting fuzzy and furry and all that. But there was a coyote out here the other day that I needed to take care of. He was chasing him around, so he's definitely gonna find a new home. And besides that, I'm pretty happy with these heifers. Hopefully the bull will be going in with them here in the next week. And man, I'm not used to being this cold. It's been really warm this November, and now that it's actually a regular November temperature, it's a little cold on the Ranger here. We did put the windshield on, so that makes it a little bit better, but it's still pretty cold. What in the world is that? I just pulled in through the gate, and now I'm gonna shut it because I'm a little distracted. So the thing I got distracted by when I drove in to move these cows, I was just looking at them as I drove, and I saw that white thing by the pond. While I'm sneaking over to it, we do not own any kind of fowl or poultry on this property, so where this thing came from, I have no clue. We'll see if it's friendly. Definitely some kind of goose. None of the neighbors have geese anymore that I know of. And it would have had to travel at least a mile to get here. Heifer's getting curious too. Huh. He's clearly someone's goose. Whose it is, I don't know. How it got over here, I don't know. But cows are intrigued as well. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if it'll survive, but we'll see if someone ends up claiming it. We've had a lot of things dropped off at our house before. We've had dogs dropped off, we've had cats that people don't want just dropped off. That's one downside of living in the country. You got people driving around just throwing animals they don't want out the door. So we've had those before, and we've even had a big pile of roosters dumped off close to our house, but never a goose. I don't think someone would have dropped off a goose, but anyway, that's strange. I guess I'll move the cows now. Still waiting on some stragglers, but they'll find their way over here eventually. And the cows didn't find the gate, but I'll leave it open for a while so they can make their way in here. But this is what they're grazing on. This all grew within the last 2 weeks with the warm weather. And no, it's not as much as we'd normally have with stockpile, but it's better than nothing. So see how the cows are getting moved about once every day, sometimes once every 2 days, depending on the size of the paddock. But we're really forcing them to eat everything they can out of the pasture since we're running low on hay. So anyway, we got a few cows without a brain. They missed the gate. And of course, we've also got some calves that missed the electric fence gate. So anyway, I'm gonna let these girls get to grazing. I'm gonna grab the stragglers. Looks like I got a calf across the fence as well, but looking at this electric fence, you can really see the difference. This paddock here on the left looked like this 1 day ago. So yeah, that's the amount of grazing they did on this one. This paddock is about the same size, so they should have about a day on this one as well. And guys, this is the last fall cow to calve. She's really late, but she did produce a calf. So He's got some swollen back legs. He's still learning how to straighten those out, but I guess I'll say they're doing fine. And yeah, I guess that officially wraps up fall calving season until my heifers start calving in the spring. Well, the whole herd is now in, and like I said, I'm really happy with this pasture, considering 2 weeks ago there was nothing here. It was dry and bare, and it all looked about like this. So, but now it was really starting to do well, but we're running out of places to rotate the cows. So, for everyone wanting an update on the calf that I had to save a couple videos ago, here he is. He seems to not use his brain most of the time. Every time we move the cows, he refuses to go through a gate. So he's not the brightest, but it's this red calf right here. And of course he's gonna run away from me, but we'll see how close we'll have to get. Anyway, that's him, and all these calves are doing well too. We haven't had any get pneumonia this year, which is great, especially with the crazy weather we've been having. They're starting to look good. So anyway, this year really turned around. It was not looking like a good year for us. Things have really greened up and started growing, and it honestly allowed us to keep from selling a lot of these cows out here. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys have any videos or information you'd like to see in the next videos, please leave that down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to check those out. It's about time. I'm gonna start trying to open up that combine and see what's going on with it, see if I can fix it myself, or if I'm gonna have to hire a mechanic to rebuild the engine, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and with that being said, I will see you guys next time.